Hi guys!
Hi guys.
So I'm not sure if you've heard, but our suitcases got stolen. I want to talk about this because, my whole mindset is about resilience. So I'm thinking, how can I make the best out of the situation? And then I want to share my mindset, but also maybe with this story and me publishing this video, you will learn how to take better care of your stuff. So, what happened here again?
So basically we were in Switzerland and we were in Crans-Montana, and to get to Crans-Montana, the nearest airport depends on where you're going after also, but we had to go to Geneva, and to get there we had to what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm really thirsty.
So to get there we had to take the train from Sierre to Geneva airport.
Which is like a 2-hour train.
And it's a very beautiful road actually, or a very beautiful ride. We really enjoyed up to the point where we noticed that our suitcases are gone. And the way that happened is, so we entered the train and then we had 2 big suitcases, and as you guys may know, in a train it's sometimes not that easy to put your suitcases anywhere. So,
well, the thing is, I usually always have them by like where I sit. And usually there's like a little spaces between the seats, but in this train there wasn't. So we had to put them in front of our wagon, in front of our section.
The door that was closing. I mean, you know how trains are.
But Jürgen always had an eye on it. And then I told him, Jürgen, bring it back. Like, I need to watch it.
But it didn't fit, and I was
like, he brought it back.
Yeah, it felt like weird. I should have known Xenia. As you guys know, in the end, Xenia is always right. It would have been the better thing for sure to have them close by, especially because the train was completely empty. No one would have cared.
But that's why it was so dangerous.
At one point, and that's also like, so we just left the station of Nyon.
So I had my headphones on and I was journaling and I was like, ugh, what am I gonna write about? I felt so uninspired. And then we were at the last station before the airport, and Jürgen had his eyes on the suitcases and he was looking, and suddenly he jumps up, but the doors closed, the train was leaving, and I was like, what is happening?
And I still screamed, stop the thief.
And then he jumped and he runs there and I was like, what's going on, what's going on? And he's like, our suitcases. My heart dropped. Like, there was such a strong, disgusting feeling. Ugh.
And at that point, the train already started moving again, so you feel so helpless, because then I had to look for what's the name of the guy that checks your tickets? Conductant, isn't it? I don't know, that's what Brian said yesterday. Whatever. So he was also really helpful and immediately called the police in Nyon. They were immediately on it. Like, I think this is very organized crime, and what they do is they immediately put something over the suitcases.
Yeah, we had an eyewitness.
Yeah, who was not actively watching it, but
he saw it.
He saw because he was on his phone, but saw from the
yeah, it doesn't matter.
From an angle.
Anyway, so the first thing, so my heart dropped, and my brain went kind of blank, because the first thing you check, like the first thing I checked was, where's Rue? And Rue was the entire time in front of us, so it was impossible to...
She's still here.
To steal her!
Ew. Oh, you haven't been stolen.
No, but that was literally my first worry, which is so irrational, like I just mentioned, but I just needed to check where's Rue. Second check was hand luggage. Because usually when I travel, I make sure, because suitcases get lost. It happens, unfortunately. So I always make sure to have everything I need with me. And I was like, where's the hand luggage? Where's the hand luggage? And I couldn't find it. And then my heart dropped like further, and I was like, fuck. And then I looked up and it was above our heads.
Yeah, because we put it.
God. And then I was thinking, okay, what was in the suitcase that's valuable? And of course there's a lot of things that are valuable, and honestly it sucks. I posted about it on my Instagram, and I think it's so crucial in those moments to focus on the positive and what you can take from it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't suck. Of course it sucks, and of course I was upset. Especially for the things that I lost that had a sentimental value to me. Like, it's not even about the money. And we're in such a privileged position where, like, we are so lucky. Like, for us, the fact that I can go to a beauty store and buy new beauty stuff, you know, like a few years ago, before I started doing what I do now, it wouldn't have been that easy, you know, you can't just buy like new whatever, like even sunscreen is so expensive, like, so we are already so lucky and privileged, and with my community, you know, so many people reached out to me, and we're so lucky. And then I was just thinking, it's not even, you know, forget the value and all that, but the fact that somebody, like that there's humans out there that are like this, you know what I mean? And you know, like I said, we're lucky, but think about other people who are not in that position and then they get robbed. And I think that's disgusting. Like the whole thought of humans doing this to each other, it's just disgusting. I'm really disgusted by the thought. And you know, like I'm mostly sad about my diary because I journal in one book and then I have a diary where I'm like, oh, today I had breakfast there and then I met this person. Like I just write about my day. It's so stupid. It's like a kid's diary basically. And I'm kind of sad about the memories, but then again, thank God I have two. But also, you know, I read so many books about spirituality, and I feel like I was studying for a big test and now it was a test. Like how do I like react? And I really realized for myself, you know, as a human being, you always have the risk that things are being taken away from you. And I'm not just talking about material things, you know, you can lose even loved ones, or I don't know, like you can basically lose everything. I love reading about these things because it talks, like one book that I recently read talks about identities, and you know, we make up our own identities and we identify with certain things. So for example, if you're a proud mother, you identify as a mother. If you are, a lot of people identify through their work, like, oh, this is my job, I'm proud, this is me. Or they identify themselves through their partner, their spouse, you know. But in the end, all these things have nothing to do with who you are at your core. And it's really important that you work on, or like for me, it was always so important that I work on my core, like my character, my strength, my mindset. Because in the end, that's what
gives you the ability to deal with these situations.
Not just that, it's something that you'll always have and that nobody will ever take away from you. And I know I haven't read that book yet, but it's quoted in a lot of books that I read. It's about Viktor Frankl. You know, he was a survivor in Auschwitz and he wrote a book. It's Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. And you know, he was captured. Like he was really in the worst of all situations, and he said, they can take everything away from me. You know, his family was killed and it's so terrible, but he said there's one thing nobody can ever take away from me, and that's the human will, the human ability of choosing your thoughts, your reaction and everything. And I think that's such a, like that mindset will get you so far in life. And I really try to focus on the positive. And whenever anger arose, you know, of course I felt anger and I felt disgust. Whenever this arose, I was like, there are certain things that are not helping you. Like, it's important to feel them, but then you let go, because there's this one quote, it's like, you drink poison and you expect the other person to die or something, or to get poisoned. And if you feel these things, the only person that suffers is you. It's not the thief. The thief doesn't know what I feel, you know, like it's really pointless. So I focused on, okay, what can I get out of this situation? And you know, I want to be a resilient human being. Like no matter what life throws at me, I want to react in a resilient way and I want to get out better. I want to become stronger and smarter and wiser and better. And I really try to focus on the positive things. For example, we sent a package with some of my favorite items to Paris. Even the brand stuff that we got on the trip, we left with them because we didn't have any space in our suitcase. And we repacked so many things that were in the suitcase to the hand luggage, like randomly. You know, when you focus on these small things, I really felt protected. Like I felt like the universe was still watching out for me, or somebody was still watching out for me and like, okay, we have to have something bad happen to you, but you will see the luck in this unlucky situation. It's my personal situation and it's my personal way of dealing with this. So then we arrived in Geneva. We went to the police station and we had to wait, and we had 2 hours till our flight, but you know, we had to wait and then it took forever. And then we were joking about that we don't have luggage to check in anyway, so all good. And you know,
Which
the
is-
entire time I was trying to focus on the good thing, and then I remembered we had an insurance, so even though it will never replace the sentimental value of these things, at least you have something. At least I have like other things that I still have, and you know, I really focus on that. And in the end, everything is like how you make it and how you interpret it. You know what I mean? It sucks, nonetheless, but I'm well aware there's much worse in life. It's so important to keep the eyes on what you have, what you're grateful for, and not lose the big picture. You know, like in the big scheme of things, this is just an unfortunate event. And now we're moving on.
Thank you also, I wanted to say thanks again, because so many people reached out. Even some people in Lyon went straight to the train station. Thank you so much. Like that's like more than you could ever ask for. So, and so many people actually shared Xenia's story.
Yes.
So thank you so much, guys, for all the help.
Yes, you guys are the best.
Yeah.
It means so much, you know. And also, if you're the thief and you're watching this, please give me my diary back. You can keep whatever you want, but my diary I would really love to keep. Even though, you know, even when I lost the diary, I was like, okay, 7 months gone, but at least I still have 5 months left of this year. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do with the diary anyway? No, I really hope I get my diary back. I don't know, it just means so much to me. Anything else?
No?
So yesterday we arrived. Okay, the first thing I bought was underwear, socks. I bought so many socks, which is like weird because we're in Ibiza, I'm not even wearing shoes. I don't know why I went crazy on socks.
Because you wanted socks for so long.
Yeah, like it's so ironic, I have so much stuff, but I never have socks. I think it's Rue who always steals them. Rue!
Oh.
Just kidding. Look how she sleeps in the bed.
Can you see it in the back?
Yeah.
She's so unbothered.
And then I bought underwear, cleanser, cream, and I bought like random brands that I never heard of. And today I woke up and my skin was like, chef's kiss. So see, these things happen for a good reason. I was like, ooh, whatever I found, it's really nice. Let's move on.
Always have your luggage inside.
Oh my god, that's the whole point of the video.
Don't be naive about...
Yeah.
And especially, or at least during stops, watch it.
But you know what? I'm over careful always. Like I'm the one who's like, no, like this, we need to watch out this and that. And I'm the one who's always like, we have cameras. Like we have even a camera in our hotel room. You know, like we're really careful. And there was that one time, and also I was tired, I haven't slept in like weeks. So I wasn't thinking straight, because otherwise I would have paid much more attention to it, because I'm always like very careful. So if you learn one thing, watch your stuff at all times. And when I shared this, I got so many messages from people who had the same experience in Switzerland, like one of the biggest designer brands. The PR messaged me and was like, oh my god, we had 2 suitcases stolen. We're full of the samples of the brand, and it's like one of the best luxury brands out there. So, you know, this thing happens, and just because you're in Switzerland, which is like supposedly so safe, you never know. You know, there's bad people everywhere. Everywhere.
And this also like can happen everywhere. Like, don't worry, Switzerland, we still love you. It's not about that.
It can happen anywhere, and there's bad people everywhere, even in a country like Switzerland. That's my point. So always watch out, guys. Buy AirTags or buy a tracker. You know,
Someone also told you to always lock the suitcases.
Lock the suitcases
with a
bike chain.
A bike chain.
Yeah.
With a lock.
With a lock. Okay, so if you're an inventor and you're watching this, you should invent little microchips that you can sew in like every belonging. Or even, you know, I thought about customizing like everything that I have. I just write my name on it. So good luck. No, but you know what I always wonder? I just wonder what they do with my stuff. And that's just like I feel bad for my stuff. You know, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I let you down, and now you're like with criminals.
They do it for a reason, and you don't know their reasons.
That's so true. Like for me, you know, in order to do that, you must have been very unfortunate in life. Alright guys, be careful, learn from our mistake.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.